Oh, hello guys and happy holidays. Yesterday was Christmas and I was going to stream. Unfortunately, I'm still very sick. You can probably you can probably hear it. But the show must go on. I intend to continue to upload daily. So although right now I am violently sick, I don't know. I have a very bad cold. And I'm like sore as hell. It's not, me being sore is not from like being sick. It's because I work out, so I'm just like, I have like a cold, and then on top of the cold, I'm just like fucking sore as fuck, and I can't move. So, yesterday I was bedridden. Anyway, today is my birthday, 26. As I'm recording this is like 19 minutes from when I'm supposed to play with Jake. Anyway, today's topic and what we're going to discuss is abilities in the Crucible, and how they are kind of a problem, and how we can potentially make them less of a problem. What got me thinking was Titan Shields. Currently, in their current form, are probably one of the most overpowered abilities, I would say, or most underrated. And the more and more we have progressed into this meta, more and more people are realizing that. And I mean, there's still people that are like, no, don't nerf them, like they're fine. Titan Shields have literally been this way for so long, and no one complained. I mean, the reality of the fact is like you probably, or in my opinion, you shouldn't be able to get a Titan Shield like back before your other one's gone. Like you shouldn't be able to have infinite uptime of Titan Shields. And for that matter, you shouldn't be able to have infinite uptime of any ability in the game, really, whether that's PvE or PvP. So, and for Titan Shields, I've talked about it. I think they need to reduce the base cooldown at the high end, like 80, 90, and 100. It needs to be like a lot more. Like they need to increase the cooldown, make it not as fast. And that might be something they need to do across the board to a lot of abilities, like maybe hunter dodge, maybe like grenades and stuff, just to, because I feel like at one point, this is something that happened almost a year ago now, but when the 30th anniversary came out, they attacked all abilities. They increased all their cooldowns pretty much. Same with supers as well. Like supers used to be way quicker to get, and abilities, and they brought all that down, which was great. But I think they need to do it again, because with all of the Void 3.0 or the fragment and aspect being, or all of those systems being implemented to every class, it's kind of created a balancing issue in my opinion. Like we only had it on stasis initially, so it wasn't really something that was very prevalent because it was only at stasis, and after stasis had been nerfed and wasn't the best class in the game, you know, classes didn't really see the benefits of Void 3.0, or not even Void 3.0, just the subclass 3.0 system. But now that it's spread to every class, it's kind of become a problem on every class and just in general. So I think that might be one thing to do. That's one way to attack it, is make it so like the higher tiers don't give you as much energy, which would in turn either force players to stay at a certain tier, which, I mean, fuck it. That's better than like the former, I guess. And it would just slow down the abilities and kind of focus the game more on gunplay, just inadvertently. That's one way to do it. And then another way that they could attack abilities is perhaps for abilities that last for a long duration. Like, let's say, you know, you're using a vortex grenade or a spike grenade or a storm grenade, for example, with the Titan aspect, or maybe a pulse grenade or a lightning grenade or a trip mine, or, you know, your grenade doesn't come back to you. Like, you don't start regenning your grenade until it's like been destroyed. So you don't like throw a grenade and begin your cooldown, and kind of give almost every ability in the Crucible, like whether it's a Titan Shield, a Healing Rift, you know, a Trip Mine from a Hunter, a Throwing Knife from a Hunter, like that's just explosive proximity throwing knife. All of those don't give you ability energy or like start regenning till after they've been like destroyed, unless you have like a perk or like exotic. It's like if you damage, for example, like Spine, which gives you energy when you know, hit someone with it, or you have utility kickstart and you get energy from that. But other than that, I don't think you should get ability energy on an ability like a Titan Shield or a Healing Rift or a grenade or anything like that till after it's like, you should not begin regenning that till it's gone. I think that's another way that they could attack abilities in the Crucible. And I think those two might actually be quite effective in terms of mitigating abilities and ability spam and focusing the game more on gunplay. I'm sure there's other ways, but those are just ways that I've thought of off the top of my head that I think would probably significantly like increase gunplay and kind of just like naturally make abilities slightly worse in terms of their cooldown, like make them slightly longer, but nothing like crazy. Obviously, there's certain abilities that would get affected more, and there would be a new shakeup in the meta, given the fact those are like being changed in the sandbox. I think realistically, the meta would probably be the same because of cooldowns and shit, unless they change cooldowns. Like, for example, on Arc, like, Arc Titan will still be the best. It's just gonna be not as dominant, I guess, like in terms of its abilities, because its cooldowns will be longer slightly, but it will still be the best. But it might make some room for some other things to shine through the darkness of it all. I don't know. Those are just some things I've been thinking about, and I think we can all agree, whether it's, you know, Omnioculus Hunters, Capri's Hunters, Renewal Grasp Hunters, or Arc Titans with Titan Shoot-Through Shields, you know, abilities have always been the crux of every meta recently. And, you know, like I said, it pretty much started at the beginning of Witch Queen, or at Witch Queen, with the 3.0 systems being added to all of the subclasses. And we've just kind of been reeling since then. And I think they kind of need to revisit nerfing abilities cooldowns, because the subclass 3.0 system just makes them too easy to get across the board, no matter what class or subclass anymore at this point, since we have it on all three. So anyway, now that we've pretty much reached the end of this video, I am going to be doing some flawless pool carries with Gradator Shake on my birthday while I'm sick. If you guys are watching this video, please make sure to drop by and just come check out the stream. I would greatly appreciate that. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.